Hello, everyone. I'm Happy Bear, and welcome to Lady Arcaders, the show where the Elder Scrolls 6 is made up and the points don't matter. That's right, the points are just like Todd Howard. But you know what does matter? You, the viewer. Thank you so much for being here, and we're so glad you decided to spend some of your evening with us. Lady Arcaders is an all-woman gaming collective dedicated to high scores, fast games, and chill times. Tonight, we've got an amazing showcase for you, but before we start, I've got a couple announcements for you. First, applications for April's Attract Mode shows are now open, and if you want to come on and show off a video game you love or something related to video games, you can go to ladyarcaders.com/start to find that handy application form. We're also happy to announce that our second annual charity event, Lady Arcaders Super Showcase 2023, will be going from the very nice days of July 6th through the 9th. Boy, it feels like yesterday that we had our inaugural Lady Arcaders Super Showcase, and that was so fun. I got to host for that, I got to do some runs for that, and a fun time was had by all, and we raised some great money for a great cause. So please join us on those very nice days. Submissions for that will be opening soon, so get your games ready. We're looking forward to once again showing off the power of our ladies to raise funds for that good cause. Well, what are we doing tonight? We're not just about video games. As I mentioned, on Attract Mode, sometimes we just do video game related showcases, events, whatever you want to call it. And tonight, SchalaKitty is going to be showing us how to make a really cool layout for a speedrunner. So, for those of you who might be interested in streaming your speedruns or just streaming anything, I think this showcase tonight is going to be really, really valuable. Schala, what do you think? Are you ready, or do I need to talk some more about how amazing you are?
Oh, please. I think we're all ready here. Oh, that sounds great. We have to it's an art stream, so we always have to begin an art stream the correct way with the correct music. Ah, yes. Mario Paint. Creative exercise. Anyway,
Wonderful.
hi everyone. First of all, definitely a big shout outs to Happy Bear and to Abbie, who are going to be sort of my commentators tonight. Just as an FYI, I am getting over being sick, so if I'm not quite as energetic as I normally am, that's why. But yeah, so we're going to be doing a little showcase about how just about anyone can make a stream layout, and we're going to be doing that in Inkscape. So what is Inkscape? Inkscape is a completely free open source vector software program. It's basically my favorite art program that there is. And you might be thinking, okay, I got that, but what's a vector? What is this? So give me 1 second. We're going to kind of switch over. So basically, when we're doing digital art, there are two types of digital art. I'm going to sort of zoom in so we can see the difference. So first of all, there is raster art. So you think pixels, photographs, that's raster art. So if you can see here, you can see these little like jagged edge there, that's the edge of the pixels. But when we go over to vector, oh, look at this, so smooth. I will actually, this is like
smooth.
So smooth. Here, I have to make it so I can actually select this. Hello. This is my friend now. We're going to, there we go. Make it a path that we can now manipulate. So we have all these different points, and we can then go in, manipulate these points, pull them all the way around, but they will just make them snap back. But the great thing about a vector is that you can make this as big as you like or as small as you like, and you will not lose any detail, because it's all math! We can make this...
no, a speedrunner's weakness.
I know! There's so
math.
much... There's a lot of math. It is art that has math in it. I'm sorry, I tricked everyone. But you can see, even though we've made this like super huge, did not lose any of the smoothness. If we do the same thing with the S, You can see we're sort of, you can see the, there you go. You can see how the edge eventually becomes jagged. But not with this. So this is, so Inkscape has a lot of wonderful functions that make it very easy to kind of put stuff together. I'm going to just turn this off. We're going to turn on, we'll just add a new layer. Boop. And there we go. So I'll sort of explain the very, very, very basics. So we have a couple different toolbars. We have up here at the top, this is sort of like your command toolbar where you can like copy, paste, undo, redo. Also have some special tools up here like duplicate, clone, group, ungroup, and then sort of opening up the context menu over here to the side. Over here we have selection tools, so for like objects, nodes, you can make squares, circles, you can make polygons. Oh. Wait a second. Wait a second. I was like, wait a second. I wanted to make this nice and round. I overshot that. No, that also did not work. This pentagon does not like me. 0.1. There you are. There you go. Now you look like an actual pentagon. Good job.
Hooray!
You can also make that into a star. There you go. That actually looks like a star. Good job. We did it. We have succeeded in making a star. But it also has fun things like spiral paths. These are just sort of fun, neat little tools. We have, and also I will turn off the Mario Paint music. We'll put on some actual, like, fun background tracks. But yeah, you can make shapes of your own. You can then go in and edit them. You can add extra nodes. You can change how the nodes work. For example, in this little shape here, we've got these corner nodes, which basically corner node just means that the two sides act independently of each other. Whereas this is a nice smooth node, where the two sides are interconnected. You can also do this where it kind of tries to just figure it out itself, how it should go. You can also do this mode, which is asymmetrical. So what happens on one side happens symmetrically on the other. You can also do free-handed lines, which that's great if you're... Here, let me swap that. Oh, I'll go down here in the bottom. Swap. Of course, then, like, the fill. There we go. And if you're working with a pen, you can have these be pen lines. Again, though, you can go in, you can edit them however much you want. If you are someone who, like, when you're working with a program and you do, like, a drawing line, and then you're like, no, I want to redo it. You don't have to do that with vectors. You can just go in, you can just change it as much as you like. It's all fine. It's all infinitely editable. But, we're going to be talking... Okay, and, oh, one other thing. Then over here we have our sort of context menus. Right now it's right... We have it open for my layers panel, so... See, I have a couple different layers here. We have the very... Oh, accidentally locked it. Whoop, that means it made it. Couldn't edit it. But then we also have... Here, I'll make a nice... Shoot. Very quickly, did we lose the connection for a moment there? To my wonderful commentators?
No, I'm still here.
Okay, good.
I'm here.
No, my screen flickered and I got very scared.
Oh no.
Well, hopefully the stream is okay. Chat will let me know, hopefully, if they can hear me.
Speaking of chat, somebody in chat is very offended
I'm sorry,
by
Oz.
your Mario Paint comment.
I'm sorry, Oz. I apologize. Okay. Okay. Good. Sounds like... Alright, cool. I got very... I hit a button that changed up my screen. That's why I got very spooked. Very scared for a second. Anyway. Over here we have our... There we go. We can kind of go in. We can change up any of the colors that we have. You can see down here I have this really fantastic color palette of little pre-chosen colors for me. We can also make this a gradient. We have radial gradients, mesh gradients, patterns. Oh, that's just different. You can make swatches. So you can easily go back to colors. You can do different stuff with your stroke. You can change up your stroke style. There's like many things you can do. Let's see if I can see cute little dashes. But so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a layout, and what we're going to be doing to kind of help us is we actually are going to do this not entirely in vector. We're also going to be using some raster images as well. And before we kind of get into actually making the layout, I'm going to go over kind of where I source those from. So the whole point here is that all of this is free. So I wanted to make sure that the resources that I was using for the images are also free and like completely like fine for commercial use. So we're going to just bring that up over here. Oh, that's for fonts, but here we go. So one that I highly recommend is Plexels. Here we go. Like, I could have like all sorts of nice like landscapes. If you want something that's more abstract, I saw that they had like a whole section that's just like bokeh effects. There you go, bokeh backgrounds. And this is like a fantastic resource that's out there for you. Another one that I really like is Texture Labs. This is aimed a bit more for folks who use Photoshop, but you can definitely make good use of this in other art programs too. You can see they have like some really fun different textures. They also actually do have an entire section of free vectors. So you want to use something like a cityscape or these cool laurels. They have a lot of like really nice, just free resources like these beautiful flourishes. They're just great that you can go ahead and you can use. And then for the fonts that we're using for today, everything came from Font Squirrel, which is a free font resource where anything that you get here is going to be just good to use in commercial products. So again, these are just good resources to kind of get you started, because we wanted to sort of be like, okay, you want to try and put together a stream layout, but you have more time than money, which is usually how it is for me. So these are some ways you can do that. So, but let's go ahead. I'm going to go back to Inkscape. I'm going to close this. We're going to pull back so we can see everything. And we're going to turn these thumbnails on, but before I do that, I'm actually going to make a new layer. What that of? Cool. So let's go ahead. Let's turn on the thumbnail. So we did a poll ahead of time to kind of decide which what kind of stream are we going to make a layout for? So the winner was a starry speedrunner. This is actually our only design that's going to be using a 4x3 screen. So, let's actually talk really quickly about screen ratios. This is actually something that's important to know about if you're going to be making layouts. There's basically there's a little bit more than two, but we'll talk about the two main layouts that exist. So you have, and I realize this still has that. Let me change this up. There we go. Oh, yeah, because I'm on a layer that's not editable. There we go.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's fine. So, 600, 800 is a viable one. I had my lock ratio. There we go. No, it's the other direction. You know what? That's fine. Because what we can do is we can just do, rotate. Yay! So there's two main ratios you're going to run into. There's more than this. Handheld systems like the GBA and the Game Boy had different aspect ratios. But you're normally going to be running into, keep that ratio, 4x3, which this one is 4x3. And then the other one you'll mainly run into, I'll make this white so we can tell the difference. See, also the fun of vectors, they automatically resize. Oh, it's gonna want. There we go. Actually, here, I'll do this in gray. No, that's the wrong gray.
I was gonna say white might not be able to
Yes.
here. Also, is
Yes,
Squirrel font free because
Yes.
the squirrel stole all the fonts for us?
totally. Absolutely. That's the new headcanon.
Such good squirrels. I always knew I liked squirrels.
Yes. Yeah, so basically when you're kind of putting a layout together, you kind of have to think about, okay, what type of games am I going to be playing? What aspect ratio are they in? You can kind of cheat slightly if you kind of design a layout for 16:9, but then you can kind of include some padding that also would work for 4x3, which the Lady Arcaders layout that we're on right now actually does a very good job of doing. So hats off to Crime for that one. But for our speedrunner, we're going to be using a 4x3 layout. So let me grab the thumbnail that we need. So you can see I sort of put together some thumbnails for the different layouts that we could do. So this is going to be our speedrunner layout. This one was our artist layout. This one is our variety streamer. This one is our crafter. So we'll see if we have some time to do more than one, but we're going to start with the speedrunner. So we're just going to... Actually, I'm just going to copy that. So I have a copy of it for later. Boop. So I have a copy of it, and we're going to turn those thumbnails back off. So what I did is when I started coming up with actually I need to keep this same size. There we go. Same ratio. So I had to kind of figure out, like, all right, it helps me if I kind of know, like, the person that I am doing the work for. So I had to think of, like, all right, what kind of people am I making these layouts for? And so I did what is clearly the most sensible thing. And I was like, all right, cool, which one of my original characters would be a streamer? And if so, what kind of streamer would they be? That's how I did this. So this is going to be for Celeste, who will be a retro RPG speedrunner, because that's what I like doing. So you can see I already kind of went through came up with our layout. So our layout is we're sort of like nicely aligned here at the bottom. I thought this was kind of like fun, a little different. We have this sort of nice space up here for any titles that we might want. And then we have space for a cam, we have space for splits, and we have space for a chat. So we have like this sort of 3-piece sidebar. I really like sidebars. I don't like it when stuff covers up the game itself. I find it very distracting, so I like having a nice little sidebar. I like having some breathing room. And then this is our layout, which we kind of have, it's a 4x3, but it's like nicely scaled up. And then what I did, and I can sort of show how this trick works. Let me turn off the strokes on this. Stroke. Nope, I don't need that. Make this red so it's a little easier to see. Something that I do when I want to figure out like how I'm padding something is I'll just make a little square that's the size of the padding I want, and then I'll sort of start lining it up everywhere, making sure that my padding is all nice and even. So we did 50 pixels of padding for the sides, for in between the game and the sidebar. And this area we did only 25 pixels of padding, because I want that to be a bit closer together. So I said I kind of cheated a little bit, and I kind of got some of this stuff done earlier. But the thing is, we actually have to put together what we want for this layout. So what we're going to be doing, as I alluded to earlier, let me save this before I get started, is we're going to be doing some importing. So, well, that's not it. That's not importing, that's exporting.
Don't want to export yet.
Not yet, not until we're done. Boop. So I put together some resources earlier. Where? Oh, there it is. There we go. So we got this really pretty night sky that we're going to be using. You can sort of see the bottom of it. I want this just to keep this way. Don't necessarily want those little clouds there at the bottom. I just want the night sky that we got up here. So we're just going to send that to the back. So now we have to figure out how are we going to integrate all of these. So what we're going to be doing is we have to figure out, okay, what parts of this need to actually be cut out and what parts can we kind of keep. So the parts that we're going to be cutting out are going to be the game screen and the cam. So what we're going to do, we're going to select both of these. We're going to go path, and we're going to combine these. And then we're going to go here to this background, and we're going to do path. We're going to do exclusion. We're part of the way there. We now have this nice border. And what we're going to do is we're going to make use of one of the best things in Inkscape, which is the clip function. Clip function is fantastic. We love clip function.
Who doesn't love making clips?
Clip! Look at that. Oh my gosh. It's so neat.
Wow.
It's so clean. So now we have this beautiful starry background that we can make use of. And we didn't have to do like any other editing. But now we're gonna kind of, so now the big question here is like, do we want to have our splits like hide like underneath, or do we want to kind of have our splits sit on top? Do we want them to kind of carry through some of this? I'm going to do, if we're going to have like sort of more of our splits sit on top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my eyedropper. I want something that's kind of close already to the color. Actually, with this brighter blue that's over here. And this is something that's a little newer to Inkscape, is they have blend modes. Very similar to Photoshop.
Oh, that turned that blue into a nice purple.
Yeah. And then what I can actually do is I can just copy this color, paste this color over here. I can make it do basically the same thing. Now, we're already like most of the way there, but if we wanted to, we also could do a nice little border. Oh, that's right. Let's actually do this slightly differently for the border. Oh no, I have to go back a step. That's okay, because you know what we can do? We can just release that clip. If I need to have my editing back. Which that happens sometimes. Boop. You couldn't quite see it there, but I made a duplicate. I will make it, nope, don't want to do with the line, there you go. Oh, no, I thought I made my duplicate. Boop. Nope. Alright. My mouse duplicate is not working, so I'm just going to do it off of there. So, path, break, and then we're going to redo this, so I want my square back. I'm going to do this in a slightly unconventional way. I know that looks very weird for right now. Trust me, it's all going to be fine.
Who needs convention?
Exactly. Okay. Cool. Now we have squares back. Oh, wait, did it get rid of my other one? No, I got rid of my other one. Oh, wait, or did it just get put underneath? That's fine. We can fix it. That is the other thing, is you can always fix it. Even though we can't see the borders right now, there we go. We're fine. Page down, page down, page down. Alright. So we did all that. To combine this, what we want this for is we just want this purely for borders. Basically gonna go back, recreate what we had. Reset our clip. And now we have these nice borders. For, let's see. Yeah, that's fine. Actually keep that white at the bottom. We can make them a little bigger if we want to. So we go over here to where it says stroke style. Let's see if we put more like a 5. There we go. So even though, here, what I can sort of do to show you, I'll do like a little circle. See? This is actually an overlay, so we could put something underneath it. So we could put the game underneath that, we could put the cam underneath there, and then we could put chat here, and we could put our splits here. If we wanted to, we could even export this so that way the borders are all like their own layer on top of everything. We wanted to have like a bit more control, but this should work. So now that we kind of have this basic layout put together, we're gonna put like a name up here. We're gonna put some. Do some decorating.
It's time to get fancy, chat.
We're gonna get a little fancy. This is just some basic stars. Boop.
Dude, that's a ninja star.
It is a
Put
ninja
star all over on the border, please.
We're going to put some ninja stars for sure. We're going to put these cute little sparklies. But what we're going to do, let me sort of zoom in on my sparkly. There we go, and I can see a little better. You could actually go in and you could also do these yourself. I usually like them about... I'm going to kind of do that with the spoke ratio. this actually a little fatter. There we go. I'm going to take off the stroke. What we're going to do is there's a little indicator over here that says blur. There we go. We don't want this to cover up the gameplay. That's like another thing with me. I don't like covering up the gameplay. Oh, come on, little guy. I need you to rotate for me. Thank you.
That is very fair that you don't like doing that. I don't like doing that myself.
Yeah. Nope. Here, I'm going to turn off. Up here at the top, we've had our snap tool on this entire time, which allows us to do all this nice snapping, so we don't have to worry about it. There we go. Like, here's the thing, Pippi, because I can see you in chat. It's okay if you want to do something different. It's just something that I'm not a fan of. There we go. Put some... Actually, here, we're gonna make this a little smaller. This one just a little smaller.
I myself will constantly sacrifice webcam for gameplay. I will make it as tiny as possible. Because no one needs to see me. They need to see video game. That's more important. The video game.
I mean, I just fully committed to no one ever seeing me.
Touche.
That's if I want to change my... There we go. I could be a bit more liberal with our sparkly. So I have duplicate like bound to one of my mouse keys, but my mouse key's not working right now. So it's just like, oh, okay then. I guess we're just not doing that now. There we go.
Curses, mouse. Why must you not work at
I know.
when we need you most?
I know. That's fine. We have a duplicate button for this very exact reason. Duplicate is your friend. Why do you need to copy paste? You can just duplicate.
Which also rhymes with multiple. I was gonna
what?
say. I was gonna say. I was trying to see if like something with multiplication could rhyme with duplication, and it didn't work. I'm sorry, everyone.
Okay.
Things that make you go,
There we go. We got some cute stars now. Yay. Let's see. I had to pull up my notes. I had to remember which font did I give Celeste. Alright,
I don't know.
Okay, so we're gonna write out their name. Not in this font. This is just Times New Roman. We don't care about Times New Roman. We're using... See, I have like 2,000 fonts because I have a problem. My problem is fonts.
2,000 seems like not enough.
This is true, it's not. There we go. I actually like the up here in this corner. I actually think that's very cute. What are they speedrunning? That's a good question. What is Celeste going to be speedrunning? So let me make this. No. Their name is Celeste.
So your friend isn't a mountain. That's what I'm hearing.
No. Oh, they're not. They don't exist. They're a fictional character.
Oh.
I came
so
up.
They could be the first mountain speedrunner ever.
They could.
The first Canadian mountain
speed
speedrunner ever.
Oh, even better.
Give them Tetris Attack. That's a speedrun I wish I could do, but that game is so hard.
Oh, yeah, Celeste, like, I kind of hang out in Terrarium's stream, and their skill at Celeste makes me feel cognitively inadequate on the daily.
I meant Tetris Attack, but also Celeste.
Oh, well,
The
yeah,
fun of
Tetris Attack. I've never played it before, but it sounds hard, and it also makes me feel cognitively inefficient.
I love Tetris Attack and Panel de Pon. They're both really, really, really fun. And I'm okay at them, but like the people who can speedrun them are amazing. They can actually here now. I'll get them FF6. They probably would.
So,
like FF.
I have to make
Yes.
chat argue here. Chat, what do you prefer, Tetris Attack or Puyo Puyo?
Oh, Tetris Attack all the way.
Yeah, I'd probably... Now, Pokemon Puzzle League is a Tetris Attack
Yes.
clone, or a Panel de Pon clone, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I haven't played Panel de Pon or Tetris Attack, but I have played Pokemon Puzzle League, and I really like that. And Puyo just doesn't look that appealing.
I wish I could play Puyo Puyo because Puyo Puyo looks superior. That's right. I'm the Puyo Puyo one in this conversation.
But yeah,
Puyo.
And then actually here, I'm going to put this in black so we can actually see. I know it's going to look weird for a second. Boop. There you go. And I can see where things would be filled in. But that right there, so I'm just going to put like little labels here so we can kind of know what was what. So, of course it's in black. Boop. Not a can. A cam. Oh my gosh. Not being able to do my little trick on my mouse is like seriously bugging me. More than likely it's probably that the button is like all worn out.
Sedge.
It is Sag.
Can we get some F's in chat for Skala's button?
That's for my button. Chat. But yeah, that's enough where we can kind of like have an idea of like, okay, cool, this is how we'd have this stream set up. But it's not just enough just to have just the layout. We also need an intro-outro scene. I always like having intro-outro scenes. So what we're going to do, go back over to my layers. I'm going to turn off the layout. And we're going to make a new layer.
Are your layers also like onions?
Yes. The thing is about Inkscape is there's never any drawing on the wrong layer. If you put stuff on the wrong layer, you could just move it to a different layer and it doesn't break anything.
well, that's convenient.
It's very convenient, actually. So we're going to kind of do a similar trick where we're going to import... where was that night one? I liked this one a whole bunch. Oh. I'm going to bring this over here so I can actually see it, and you can see it. Ooh, there we go. This really pretty moon. So we're just going to... Actually, I will in just a second show something kind of cool. But using the align panel here, we're going to make put this back on so I can have this just snap to my corners. Whoop. But fun fact, remember we talked about how Inkscape is a lot of math?
Yes.
If you
The one
want,
weakness
if you
of the
want to,
speedrunner.
you can make Inkscape do the math for you. Say I want this to be half the size it is. I can put divide by 2 up here in my width column. Boop. And it just does the math for you.
Oh, that is super convenient.
It's very
Who needs-
convenient.
Who needs math skills when you have
The computer
ink?
the computer just does it for you. So we're going to do the same thing we did earlier, where we're going to set a clip, so that way we can have... There we go. So stuff is already nicely cropped for us. And then since we already had our font picked out...
No, if only Inkscape would do all the programming of everything, we'd be fine.
It can only do very basic things, but that's often all you kind of really need. There we go. Actually, could I sort of sneak this into the moon?
Oh, that's very clever.
What we're going to do, this little eyedropper tool here. Let's get that shade of white from the moon. Actually, more like this pinkish shade. Oh, actually, I got it. Let me sort of sneak this in just a smidge more.
Schala, do you know if
Yes.
Inkscape can do taxes?
It cannot do your taxes, unfortunately. Did you all hear that there was going to be a visual novel that was supposed to do your taxes, but it kind of got very understandably removed? Because it kind of asked straight up for your social security number. Don't do that.
Yeah, I heard about that. That was a big problem. We are living in the end times.
I didn't hear about this. This is my first introduction to this.
Don't give out your social security number to an anime waifu. That was the whole entire thing.
You know what? Don't give anything social to anyone. Just be a hermit. Just stay in your house.
Oh my god, yes. Alright, what we're gonna do... We're gonna go to this fill. I don't quite want that, but that's where we're starting. Actually... Can I do maybe more like 75? Actually, I kind of like that. I want a bit of that pink. I really like that pink that's in here. So I'm just going to... Oh, no. It's sometimes a little finicky when it comes... Oh, that's right, I have to do this. When it comes to, working with gradients. Oh, that looks so cute!
That is adorable. I like it. I like the stars. This astronomical theme I'm really getting behind.
Yes.
Who doesn't love space?
Space.
Space. I'm in
Worms,
space.
probably.
Just gonna do that in plain white. Also, Inkscape is very good for helping you figure out, like, hey, I want this centered. And you could just do, hey, Inkscape, can you just center this to the center of the page for me? Thank you. Like, that's the one thing in Inkscape that I get so sad does not exist in other programs. Other programs don't have anywhere near as good of, like, an alignment. And actually, we'll sort of do... I do like that pink a whole bunch. So I'm gonna add that pink back into this. We're gonna do... But here's the thing, if you have a gradient that you already like, you can just reuse it. Don't have to make it twice. There we go. Very simple. Very simple. But that's more than enough. So we have...
Sometimes simple is best.
Yeah, so we have a nice little intro screen. And then they have a nice... Actually, wait, no, they need a sparklier too up here. Do need some sparklies. Nope. Oh, It'd help if I was on the right layer. Yeah, I am on this layer. Why aren't you letting me make a sparkly? Oh, because I locked it. Sparkles.
Might help to unlock it.
It might help to unlock it. That's the thing, is I will lock layers like all the time and then be like, why can't I do things? Oh yeah, because I locked it. Actually, we could do something kind of fun.
I like fun.
What if I want to make like a whole bunch of sparklies? I kind of don't really, I'm not super worried about where they go. There's a spray paint tool. Spray paint the sparklies. It'll just make a whole bunch of sparklies.
The sparklies.
We don't quite need that many sparklies. But we can just sort of be like, here, just gonna spray paint some sparklies. Boop.
So, chat, I have to ask this question for you. Since we're listening to Final Fantasy music, what is your favorite Final Fantasy?
Oh no. Don't start that, chat. Oh no, we'll be here all night.
My excuse me, my favorite Final Fantasy is 15. I'm just kidding.
No, I like 15 though.
No, I love 15. I do too. I am not saying anything bad against 15. I would say 15 is my second favorite.
Okay.
But 10 is my favorite. I love 10.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I like the.
But no.
I give credit to Chrono Trigger as my favorite Final Fantasy.
Chrono Trigger is wonderful. I understand why you would say that.
Well, the whole joke is that it was included in a Final Fantasy anthology.
Yeah, that's true. Weird.
Yeah, so you could say Chrono Trigger is your favorite Final Fantasy, and you are technically correct.
I dig it.
My favorite's 7 because I'm basic.
7 for the win!
I mean,
Nothing wrong with 7.
The joke, of course, is that, like, you know, if I accidentally revealed my wallpaper, it's just Sephiroth wallpaper.
Nothing wrong with that.
But yay, we did it. But we have more time, so I'm actually going to see if we can do more than one of these. The actual easiest other one to do is to do the artist one, which there weren't a lot of votes for the artist, but the artist one is super easy, so I'm going to actually do that one. So we did this one. We're going to go back up, make ourselves. Can I do animation? I've never really gone into doing animations with these. It just hasn't been something I wanted to go through and work on. And that's more of a me thing. You can tell though, like I did my my ping tuber entirely in Inkscape, and so I did have to learn how to animate the mouth. So I have done at least some animation. I just haven't done a lot. But anyway, we're gonna make this one like is gonna be super fast, so we're gonna do this one real quick. I need this.
You might say you're speedrunning and
Yes.
making an overlay.
We're gonna speedrun making an overlay.
I got that. I understood that reference.
Here, just there we go. But what we're going to do for this, oh, like a text wiggle. Oh, that's fun. So this is going to be, we're basically going to do like 2 clips and that's it for this. But let me start with the import. We need a canvas texture. There we go. So we're going to start here, but what we're going to do, let me sort of put this down at the bottom. And then, oh, I had to unrip this. So first, actually, I'm gonna make sure this is bigger than what I need. No, it's exactly as big as I need. Okay. So again, we're gonna go in. We're gonna do our nice little clip. What we're going to do with this one though, because this is a pretty dark canvas, we're going to actually just come in here, and we're going to just do a soft light. It's not a lot. Here, I can kind of move that, you can kind of see, but it's enough to kind of just brighten up that canvas. Let me use my alt just to bring our cut out here. Alright, we're going to do another layer on top. But this, we're just going to give this a... I'm using alt click, which lets me select something that's behind the top layer. Layering is very important in Inkscape. Alright, cool. This is just a temporary layer. So what we're going to do is we're going to have some fun with filters. And we're going to have fun with my favorite filter, which is the watercolor texture. We're going to change this from soft light to color burn. And what we're actually going to do, make this a gradient. I love how if you do it to transparent, the watercolor the water recedes. And this is cool. This is like a live...
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, this is something we can edit live. So we're gonna go a little softer here. It's okay if this kind of bleeds off the edge. But we're gonna go a little softer with our lightness. And we're gonna bring this up. So let's go something over in the orangey direction. We're going to do something kind of tropical. But I don't like this here. This, like, section in the center. So what we're just going to do is we're just going to click over here. Hey, can I just add an extra stop, please? Thank you. And make this, like, a nicer green. And I can move that up and down as I please. There we go. And then we're going to select both of these, and we're going to do, actually I'm going to save before I do this, just because we're doing a inverse clip. Boop. But now we have this section sort of blocked out, and that would be where our art program would go. So even though it kind of looks like a canvas, it's sort of going to be where our art program is going to go. We're going to kind of do this one a little differently, where it's just the program itself. But we're going to actually add in one extra thing. This is for thumbnailing purposes. There we go. Which is where for this streamer we're going to have M have a little ping tuber down here in the corner. Which I was like, after I sort of did like a little doodle, like to be like, this is like a ping tuber or like a VTuber. I was like, it would actually be super cool to do like a sketchy ping tuber that looked like it was like a, you know, like a sketch drawing. Be very like aha take on me for those of you in the chat who are too young to know what take on me is. I don't know, it's been in some memes. Do kids these days know? No, yeah.
Gone.
But did you know like the whole, you know, like the music video with like the cool?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that'd be very cool to do like a ping tuber that looked like that.
That would be really cool. I
Yes.
love that music video, by the way.
Yes. So, but yeah, this would be something where we would have like an artist with like, you know, having your own ping tuber down here in the bottom corner, and then everything else around here would just be the art. And when we would export this, we wouldn't worry too much about the edges. But like I said, I like the fact that this is something where you can kind of like live edit your gradient. You can also pull the corners in if you wanted. Ooh, that actually looks really cool. There you go. Where you kind of only have like a little bit of the edges there. Thank you, chat, for singing "Take on Me." I put Saris all the way down here. That's fine. My tabs, my layers are all wonky. It's fine. We'll also do a quick loading screen for this streamer too, and then we'll move on to another. Like I said, that went pretty quick. For this one, we're going to... Let me turn off this. We don't need that. Huh? Where did I even... Wait, where did I make this? I didn't actually make it in a layer.
Oh dear.
That's okay.
That sounds like a problem.
That's okay. Remember what I said? It's fine. Because I could do move selection to layer. Move. It's fine. It's over here now. Unfortunately, my clip got messed up. Oh no. Wait, I actually have to fix this. How do I... Clip. Release. Okay. There. Inkscape got a little confused. It's fine. Let's see. Saris's. I really, really liked this image, and I just want to use it. This is me being lazy and just letting Inkscape figure it out. What font do I use for M? Which this font looks a little weird right now because sometimes there's a bit of font clipping. Actually, I'm going to set this to be a gray for just a second till we get it to look the way we want. Hello! Hello, Raiders!
Welcome, Raiders!
We're making some graphics in Inkscape. Feel free to come in for a cozy, cozy time.
You unfortunately just missed the sing-along of Take On Me.
Alright. Oh, not that. I want to do stroke paint.
Psst, Coco, it's
What?
me, Happy Bear. Yes, it is I.
It is the happiest of bears.
Indeed. Welcome, everyone. Good to see you. We're having so much fun making this stream layout right now. So definitely stick around so you can, see how it's done. And who knows, maybe Schala would make one for you someday if you ask nicely and pay market rates.
I haven't had the... I do... I actually should probably show some of the more dramatic layouts I've made when we're done with this. Oh, that needs to be a lot brighter.
Yes, a show and tell would be fantastic.
I'd have to... There we go. Then we need a green. There we go. Again, I'm going to let Inkscape figure out where this goes. I know this has stuff bleeding off the edge, but I think that's fine. But there you go. That would be for our artist friend, Saris. Who gets a nice rainbow. It's probably one where, like, I wish the font was just a little bolder, but it's fine for what we're doing. I mean, you can kind of cheat with Inkscape and make it bolder, but anyway, let's see. People really wanted to see either a variety streamer or a crafter. Let's see what we can do. Let's see, let's go back to the thumbnails. Ah. Sure, we'll go with the variety streamer. See, the nice thing about having all these sort of mapped out for us is that... Here, I'll break this one down a little bit. Let me kind of ungroup it. So this one was the whole thing of... I sort of started with the screen size first and then kind of worked the rest of the layout around it. So the screen size for this one is 1600 by 900, which is a fairly sort of standard, like, one down from 1920 1080p. And then I was like, all right, I've done very condensed layouts like this, like my Haven layout is very condensed like this. But also I wanted something where I put the sidebar on the left-hand side. You should put the sidebar on the right-hand side. So we're going to have space for a cam, space for some chat, and then a little bit of space up and below. Yes, Pakal correctly guessed that all of the layouts, all the thumbnails have been different pride flags.
Chad, I have to ask you a question. Which side do you prefer your webcam and chat
Ooh.
and etc. on, left or right?
Right, 100%.
Camera goes on the left, but my PNG tuber goes on the right. I don't know, I'm weird.
I mean, that's why I designed my PNG tuber the way I did, so that way I would be looking at the game, and then would turn to look at the camera, which makes it, like, on this layout looks a little different, but it's fine, it works. Let's see. So for Valeria, this is going to be for her layout. I liked this one with the pretty flowers. Drop this down to the end. Not super worried here. This is really... Actually, I have to actually think about this for like 2 seconds. Now that I'm thinking about it, it should actually be... And then... clip. Actually, can I add more clips? This is actually an interesting question. Nope. Where's this? I'm going to save before I do this. No, it does not want me to do more clipping than just one. That's fine, we can go back. Let's show that to be cut out. Okay. I know it doesn't look like there's anything there, though, but see, there's something there. It will make sense in a second. Now, there we go. So we basically cut out our cam space as well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do more gradients. I like gradients. Can you tell that I like gradients? I'm going to sort of set this off to the side.
You know what I bet your favorite RPG is, Schala?
What is
Gradient Historia.
I've actually never played Radiant Historia.
I haven't either. Mr. Shasta is playing it right now on his channel, so I've been tuning in a little bit. It looks interesting. Apparently it's about time travel.
I do like a good time travel story. I'm gonna make this... There we go. It's more greenish. I can manipulate from here. And then I actually want this more on the pinkish side. There we go. Let's see. Do color? No, not color burn. It's not quite as dark as I would like. Yeah, that's not going to work either. Let's do multiply. So basically the idea would be that we would have our game in here, Cam up here, chat would be over here. Valeria is a, in this instance, a variety streamer. So she keeps it on the simple side. Let's see, her font is, okay. Get her font here. I try to pick out a nice variety of fonts. There we go. Sort of put her font up here in the corner. We're going to do something a little special of hers in just a second. Want this to be a bit on the greener side. Right. Oh, that's interesting. We actually have someone in chat named Valeria. That was entirely a coincidence.
Oh, that is hilarious. Yeah, I thought you were making one for Valeria Asteria.
No. Valeria's just... like I said, what I did was I came up with concepts based around fictional characters of my own. So...
Too funny.
I do think that's very funny, because that was just like...
Very much a coincidence.
It's very much a coincidence, because I was trying to think of, like, whomst amongst my fictional characters would work for people who would stream. Let's see, I need to put... There we go. Actually, I want that more pink. There we go. see. Oh. There we go. Actually, I want that in the center now that I'm looking at it. We're gonna have some fun with Valeria's splash screen. Well, to me, it made more sense if I could like think of each one of these as belonging to like someone, even if that someone was fictional. Obviously, I know the Valeria who's in our chat is not fictional, but this Valeria is fictional.
At least I would hope they are not fictional.
I don't know, are we all a little fictional?
Speaks here for yourself. I can't talk. Never mind.
You can have a whole conversation about like how much of yourself is real and how much of yourself is a fictionalization that you put together for other people. But that's like outside the bounds of this conversation. We're just here to make cute layouts.
Maybe I'm just a robot.
See, that's the funny thing, is that with a lot of these characters, the characters in question are actually androids. Surprised I wrote sci-fi. No one is actually surprised. I don't actually want to keep using that particular. I would actually invert that. But we're going to take the colors from over here. Oh, that pale green. And I'm going to adjust that, make that more of an actual green. And I'm going to make it say there you go, so our stroke around everything. Actually, I'm going to go a little smaller with it. But we're going to do something a little special here. Of course, now I'm looking at it, I'm like, I think I just want just the green. Yeah, I like that better. So, something we kind of haven't done. We're going to do a really precise clip. On this flower. So I'm going to kind of move this flower out of the range of everything else. Let's go with something that's a very different color. We'll go with yellow. So this is something that you can kind of do in Inkscape. That's really fun. Oh, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, let's actually do this slightly differently. Let's see if this can work. We're going to save before we do this. You see, I save a lot in Inkscape. Inkscape can sometimes be just a little, what's the term I'm looking for? Unstable.
Finicky?
It can be a little finicky. But we're going to do something a little fun. Let's see. We're going to do trace bitmap. Let's see if we can try. And it's probably not going to be able to do that. Let's see. Can we do this maybe with like 2 scans? Basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get as much of this flower as possible without getting really like the rest of it. Yeah, I think single scan's gonna work a little better. Nah, not quite. So I'm catching some of this bottom edge. See, you, my wonderful commentators can't hear this, but I snorted because it's One-Winged Angel. So of course I have multiple versions of that in my collection.
To be fair, Theater Rhythm has multiple versions of the song as well.
This is true! Actually, that's probably pretty close. Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out what has more. Battle on the Big Bridge or One-Winged Angel?
Unfortunately, this didn't quite work as well as I wanted it to. I was trying to basically kind of see if I could get Inkscape to do most of the work for me. That didn't work, so we're just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Which is just sitting here and just going click, click, click for a while.
Prepare yourselves, chat, for the clickening.
The clickening. I actually have that in my collection. Actually, I will actually pause this and I will actually put on a mashup of the Big Bridge and One-Winged Angel, because of course I have that in my collection. But I'll let this one finish out. This one's it's a very good version of One-Winged Angel. I am the type of person who does have a least favorite version of One-Winged Angel. That's how many versions I have. In case
it's not the DK rap version, is it?
It is not the DK rap version. I should say a least favorite official version. How about that?
Okay, that works.
Which it's the Square Enix Jazz version of One-Winged Angel.
Oh, interesting. I've not heard this version.
Mainly because my joke is that you kind of have to be like a higher level of jazz appreciator than I am for it. And to me, like, all those sort of the parts where they're sort of like messing with like the rhythm and the syncopation, like, it just makes me mad.
Oh dear. That doesn't sound too good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very freeform. The thing is, I am actually more okay with the live version because they just start getting really chaotic with it. And like they start like dropping in all sorts of weird like sound effects and everything, and I'm like, okay, I am like more okay with this than the album version. Anyway, that's me having opinions. I mean, I have many opinions. I could probably get in on our Unhinged Rant series. It's more like what would I do my rant about is the thing.
Final Fantasy VII One-Winged Angel remixes?
I did a very hinged rant about Final Fantasy VII for another really wonderful queer inclusive group, the Edge Case Collective. They were very nice. They let me do some hinged rants at some of their events. And so I did a very hinged rant about the queer undertones of Final Fantasy VII.
I don't think Final Fantasy VII has queer undertones. I think they're overtones.
This is true!
Putting Cloud in a dress is not very subtle.
It is not subtle. You are correct. I'm going to make these smoothed out. There we go. I mean, a lot of it was I mean, trust me, I went into, like, deep detail about different things. And one second, I'm going to mute so I don't sneeze in everyone's ears, because I can feel a sneeze coming on.
Oh no, not feeling a sneeze going on. Those are the worst. What's even worse is when the sneeze doesn't happen and you're like, come on! What's happening? Either do or don't.
That's the stage I'm at right now. Alright.
I've been at that stage, I think, once a day this entire week.
Ugh, that's the worst. Alright, so We did so much work. We did a whole bunch of work, and now we're going to actually show what it was for, which was to do this. We actually did a really good job kind of unclipping our flower. Fortunately, I have to kind of go back to adjust it. You kind of can't adjust it after it's clipped, but what we'll do, so we can have a bit more, I'm just going to set that to 50. Actually, here, I promised people a thing. Give me a second to actually get you the thing. Add file. Here you go, chat, because you deserve it. While I sit here and edit up this flower a bit more.
Oh, it's also got Dancing Mad in it?
Oh, yeah!
Fantastic.
This remix is actually, like, a bop and a half.
I'm not gonna lie, I wish that Dancing Mad was longer in theater rhythm.
Everyone does.
Like, give me the full 16-minute version, you cowards! But yes.
That's looking pretty good. That's fine. I don't mind if there's a little bit of an edging there. I'm being quiet so I can let people appreciate. We did all of that. Purely for that. That's it. That's the whole reason we did all of that. So adjust this for you. I like how that came out. And because we have time, I am going to see if I can do the last one. But I'll put it quiet so we can enjoy this little part. All right, there we go. Let everyone just kind of enjoy that.
I know. I've been pretty quiet
I
listening
know.
to this.
That's by the wonderful Piano Jack. They fantastic. Anyway, last one. Let's see if we can do this in about a half hour-ish. Last one's gonna be for
You
a
can do
crafter.
it.
Our crafter's name is Sasha. We're gonna make her a very cozy stream. So we'll get back.
One thing of note.
Yes.
Inkscape is available for Mac and
Yes.
Linux as well as Windows.
Yeah.
So everyone can enjoy
Yes.
Inkscape if they want to try it.
It is inkscape.org if you would like to go and try it. Basically, I recommend that if you want to get into like any sort of vector work, just start with Inkscape. Though I do find that the workflow is very different compared to Adobe Illustrator, which is sort of the industry standard. Inkscape is free. It will definitely kind of get you going. There's lots of wonderful tutorials and everything available online. I'm gonna get I want like a cream kind of color for this. I'm gonna probably start here and just go up. But we're going to be fairly... Let's see. What's going to be the best way to do this? So this is when we're doing a 16 by 9. Before I do this is I'm going to duplicate that. So now we're going to change the color here. Well, let me just change my... I'm going to do a softer color. I want more like a creamy kind of color. So you want that really cute quilt pattern to come through. And then what we're going to do here is we're going...
I have successfully installed Inkscape.
Nice!
I have successfully not installed Inkscape.
That is also fair.
I ain't doing it.
You don't have to do anything that you don't want to.
However, this looks like an amazing program, and if I ever did get interested in drawing or animation, I think that would be really a good program to start with. So
I mean, I draw in Inkscape. It's not necessarily designed for drawing, but I've kind of forced my way into it through sheer determination. But what we're going to do with Sasha's border is we're going to take this object and we're going to make it into a path. We're going to add some extra nodes here because we're going to need these in just a second. Oh, actually, I'm going to go back a few steps. That's a nice thing, again, you can always go back a few steps if you need to. I want this a little rounded. Now we're going to do object to path. There we go. What we're going to do is we're just going to Nope, doesn't quite want to do that. We'll just do this. We're just gonna bow this out slightly. This will make sense in just a second. I'm gonna make these into nice, smooth nodes. So what we kind of want to do is we kind of want the feel of a sewing hoop. Because Sasha is someone who does crafting. Again, Sasha doesn't really exist, but she exists enough for us for right now. When you're doing this seriously, this is called having a user experience persona. Not to be confused with the game persona. Oh, thanks! I am glad that this has been helpful. If this is helpful for anyone, please. Like I said, there's so many good resources out there. There's a really good YouTube channel called Logos by Nick. That does Inkscape tutorials. It's great. Even though I've been using Inkscape for a really long time, I still learn a whole bunch with his tutorials. So we're going to go stroke to path. Great. And got this wood texture here.
Schala,
Yes.
I have an important thought to share with the class.
Okay, share your thought with me.
So because I'm neurodivergent and my brain goes in weird places sometimes, I read just now that today is a palindrome date. 3/23/23.
Yeah, it is.
Same forwards and backwards, which is really cool. Which got me thinking, do you know how hype it's going to be when April 20th, 2069 rolls around? Oh my god. I'm going to be 80 years old, and I hope that I am just like, you know, smashing air horns and drinking alcohol and just living it up.
I hope that for us all.
I do too. Anyway, that's all. I just wanted to share with the class about 2069. I'm a weirdo.
No, it's much appreciated. Oh, that is not at all what I wanted that to do. Nope, I want that. Not quite so. No. I'm probably just gonna lower the opacity on it. There we go. Actually, I might keep that color. I like that color. Not like that though. Nah.
Oh no.
Nah, I like the. We're going to go back to sort of doing the same thing. This was hard light, yeah. Hard light 77%. Alright. Fortunately, I have to unset my clip and then reset it. That's okay. Hello? Oh, it's what's underneath. Whoops. That's fine. It also means I can now fix this, because this was bugging me. That these are now not covered up. Right. I need to also cut. This needs to cut into here. Now we reset that clip. Did we not set the clip the right way? Oh, right, because I got this changed to the wrong color. Whoops. There we go. So basically kind of the idea here for Sasha. Oh god, that stroke is so strong. Inkscape, Inkscape, please. There we go.
See, it would eventually cooperate.
Eventually. Nope. How's that? There's the font we're looking for. This idea here for like a crafting stream is that we'd want like a section for pattern info. And then chat would go, oh. Keep trying to duplicate and it doesn't happen and it makes me sad every single time.
No duplication for you.
No duplication for me. Because my mouse is actually pretty old at this point, for as much as I use it. This is like where
I guess you'll have to.
What?
I guess you'll have to get some funds together for a new one.
I know. I still have to pay off my computer.
Okay, maybe computer first, then mouse.
Yes. But this would definitely be something where whatever would be going on in the sort of like the cam of like displaying all of the crafting would definitely be like the very colorful part, and that's why I was okay with having everything else be much more subdued. I actually crowdfunded my first this mouse originally. But we got one last thing to do. Let's just very quickly make Sasha's opening, and then we're done. We've done 4 different things. We did a whole bunch. We showed you many ways that you can make. Now let's see. What's the over under? This is what's going to actually be what breaks it. I've been very surprised we have not broken anything. We've not had Inkscape crash on us this entire time.
We have been blessed by Marathon RNG.
Oh wow, this is way bigger than I remember. I remember all these images that I'm using, these all came from Plexels or Texture Labs. Let me align this with the bottom of the page. There we go. So I had a fun idea for Sasha, who's our crafting streamer. Nope, not that. Tried to up this to 200. Did it go up to 200? Okay. I'm just gonna pull it bigger myself. Okay. We're going to need another one of these for later. Oh, I realized that stuff has been set to its opacity off. I'm going to do a little trick here where I'm just going to put in 1000 here. Just to kick that off to the side. When I come back to it, I'll be able to just get rid of that one. Can you draw an Among Us again? I will, at the end. Pakal, I will draw an Amogus for you.
Do you mean an
pretty
Amogus?
Amogus. See, the thing is that when it's with my nieces, we do Amogus. So that's what I'm used to.
Alright, I can handle that.
All of this sounds very, very sus. I'm just saying.
You sound sus, I'm just saying. Better watch it. I think you're an imposter, Abbie.
Oh no.
That's something an imposter would say.
Well...
I just wanted to see if I could do this. Which is to sort of do this, and then come back over here with this. And sort of adjust the green on this a bit, and the size. Just here, stroke style.
Hey, Schala.
Yes.
Can you draw the Amogus like a QT with old baby eyes in honor of Pakal?
Okay.
Perfect.
I will do my best.
That's all I've ever wanted, is to see an Amogus QT with old baby eyes.
Sasha! For the name. This thing where, like, I would actually go in and, like, adjust that H. Here, we can do... No! Don't make my stroke go away. Oh, probably because it's now considered to be like a special. No, we're not doing One Winged Angel again. We've already done One Winged Angel.
Do you mean One Winged Angel?
One Winged? Was it spelled incorrectly?
No, it wasn't. I'm
Okay.
just being a dork.
Okay.
One Winged Angle?
There we go. I wanted to just do the little dots to make it look like it was sewn. If I felt more ambitious, I would also go in and adjust things, but it's being finicky with this with the stroke overlay, so I'm not going to fight with it right now, because I'm still very happy that we have not like had anything like crash. But let's go over very quickly what we did, and then I will draw an Amogus. So the first one that folks asked for was to do a starry speedrunning layout for retro gaming. So we had space over here for cam, for splits, for chat, and we also have a really nice matching intro-outro screen that carried that star theme through. We also did a very big... Sometimes this happens with Inkscape, where if you have like a whole bunch of stuff, it sometimes will take a second to render. We also did this very simplistic art stream, where we could have a nice art program in the middle here with this cool watercolor border, space for a ping tuber. And then we did a unhinged angel, yes, very good, very appropriate Valeria. And then we did a cool rainbow intro outro screen for that. Had a very simplistic screen here with this little space for chat, little space for the cam, nice space for our game, and then we had some fun... Oh, where'd my flower go? My flower? There it is. With this cool little flower cutout. Nice little floral theme going on here. And then finally... Oh, there we go. Have our quilting theme and our sewing theme. So that way I don't crash or anything, I'm going to very quickly make a new... There we go. Alright. Alright. Because it was requested, we'll close it out. Now, do we need anything particular with the Amogus? Or does it just need to be an Amogus? You said it had to. What was the exact way you described it?
Let's see. I'm trying to remember now. A cutie Amogus with old baby eyes.
Okay. Oh, I had to undo the stitching. With old baby eyes. Okay. I'm trying to think how I would do old. Now, okay. Now the stuff in QT. Does the stuff in QT have like black outlines like this? No, I mean this seriously.
I mean, I don't speedrun QT. I don't know.
Someone who speedruns QT, please tell me. What does what do things have? I'm gonna go look up QT in another window.
All you need to do to look up QTs is look up photos of the Lady Arcaders.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Schala, you're just like, no.
Okay, good. Things in QT do have. All right, great. Great. Okay, then we need this. Okay. Actually, we need this to be a little lighter. Oh, we need to have the backpack. Don't forget about the backpack. I like how this is like the most like we have like this beautiful Final Fantasy IX music as I'm trying this. Okay, yep. Get the backpack. Okay, great. We are truly schmoovin' right now. And then... there we go. So old baby eyes. That's the one thing that's hard. Okay. Yep. Because to me, like if you're doing like old eyes, you need this sort of little like crow's feet. That's kind of how I always like think of when it comes to like old eyes. That works. But you know that it's QT when you have like the little smile. That's like the important thing. I know this looks like an open mouth. Don't worry, give me a second. One of the fun things with the circle tool you can do is you can make it so it's only a part circle. We get rid of that. Nope, good. Did the thing. Actually, no, yeah. The QT mounts are a little closer together. They're more, like, squishified.
Then you must squish.
Yes. There.
It's beautiful. That is definitely the eyes of an old baby. AKA Pikal eyes.
Hey, I need a better font for this. I I don't have the Among Us font. That's fine. I like this one. This one's called Chunk 5. That's just a great name for a font. Whoops. There. Because Impersona. Well, thank you, everyone. for coming out. We did it in 2 hours. We made a whole bunch of things, which was always a delight. But just thank you, everyone. If you have any questions, you could reach out to me in the Lady Arcaders Discord. I'm super happy to answer them. I've been doing vector art for... Oh, wait, that's right. We're going to say, do we want to show anything at the end? That's a good, example of a really pretty layout. It's like, what do I have that's on tap? Is the only question. Give me 2 seconds, because I was trying to think what I have that's on tap that's a pretty layout. Things I don't have any good screenshots of them in use right now. But I'll say if you follow Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise, I do the layouts for that. I've done a whole bunch of different layouts over the years. I just don't have a really good example in use one for you for right now, but hopefully you had some fun. Hopefully you kind of learned some things. That's the important thing, I feel. Abbie, Happy Bear, did you learn some things?
I did learn the things.
And did you have the fun?
I did have the fun.
I had that mythical thing known as the fun.
The fun, good. I'm happy then.
What about you, Chad? Did you have the fun?
I hope you had the fun. And remember, it is inkscape.com. Oh, that looks
I thought
really
it was
cool.
.org.
Sorry, .org. Yeah, you're right. Inkscape.org. I can remember the name. There we go.
Perfect.
Inkscape.org. If you would also like to download Inkscape for free, remember, all this is free, completely out there and available to you.
And remember, it does math.
It does math for you. It does math, it does clipping, it does so many things.
I love that. I love doing many things. Wait, hang on. Anyway, so thank you. Well, Schala, any last words before we close?
I guess if you want to see more of me, you can go to twitch.tv/SchalaKitty, which just got dropped in chat. I do still do speedruns on occasion. I also am highly involved with the Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise community, and I'll be doing a lot of work with that because we're starting up a tournament. So, but you'll definitely see me around here, also at Lady Arcaders. Always happy to help out around here.
Sounds good. Well, thank you, Schala, so much. Abbie, do you have any final words for us, like where we can find you?
Yes, you can find me at twitch.tv/Abbie's Corner and on Twitter at Abbie_Brander, where I have a very important poll happening that decides the fate of the weekend. You can also, see me speedrunning mostly, and you can sometimes see me here. A lot.
For a moment I thought you were saying that you had a poll that decides the fate of the week, and I was just like, oh my god. I'm scared. But,
it does decide the fate of the week.
Understood. Well, go check out Abbie if you're feeling strong. And as far as me, I you can find me. I have a couple of different places that you can find me. I am at twitch.tv/happybearlives, and we are doing a couple of different speedruns right now. We're doing Link's Awakening is on hiatus for a bit, but I'm learning Link's Awakening speedrun, any percent glitchless speedrun of the remake. I just did the world's first giant bear rampage speedruns today and got a couple world records, so that was really fun. And we also do some variety stuff. We just started doing my Steam Sampler series, where we take a bunch of games from my backlog and play through them for an hour each to see if we like them or not. And that's really fun. So we have good chill times over on my Twitch channel. I also have a YouTube channel where I do speedrun documentaries. So definitely come check me out there as well. Anything else I want to shell for myself? I think I'm good. Thank you, everyone, for showing up tonight to Lady Arcaders. And we definitely hope to see you next time. So our next broadcast is going to be Sunday, March 26th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, at 2 p.m. Eastern time. We are going to be puzzling it together. Dragarin has a puzzle map of Hyrule they've been looking forward to putting together, but as we know from The Legend of Zelda, it's dangerous to go alone. So we hope that you come hang out with Nier and the rest of us for a relaxing Sunday afternoon here on Attracts Mode. And on behalf of all the Lady Arcaders, staff, and volunteers, thank you again, everyone, for watching, and we will see you next time. And don't forget to stick around for the raid.